listening to jazz music a lot, and reading a lot of different types of things too, um, to really inform my art, but also really trying to stay true to my voice. This is where I'm moving into this a synthesis of erotic love poetry, the tenderness of a man and a woman, love making, and I'm also using the light switch in the corner. This is my from my Turn On series. It's a play on words. You get the light switch and flip it on, and it turns on. Okay, you know. The poetry is from a colleague of mine who wrote a couple of love poems, and this line in the poem really struck me a lot. So I collaged it on this wood, and the wood is 11 by 11 in size, about maybe an inch and a half thick. And the line of the poem says, "Skin melts like hot wax, my lips drip like syrup into your mouth." So those lines are collaged over and over again on the piece.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Like at first you were trying to read it and see if it's more of the poem, but I can see now that it's just that one line.
Yeah, and then underneath is a 45 image of a record by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell called "Your Precious Love." Okay, and that song came out in the 60s. And this song, this 45 image right below is by Roberta Flack. It's called "The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face." Okay. We have butterflies here to symbolize transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly, because, you know, love is transformative. You know, a person said in a poem once, if you're still the same person afterwards, then it wasn't love. Because people who have an impact on us, you know, people who care about us, think about the food you like, the music you like to hear, maybe a certain fragrance that you like wearing is probably from having a person in your life who you cared about, who you all really, it could be anybody. I mean, it's not just limited to like erotic love. It could be like a best friend. Say, hey, you know what? You don't like lasagna? Try this out. You might like it. And then you and your friend might part ways, but you still like lasagna. Okay? And so love is transformative. Again, getting back to the piece right here. This piece right here is a Motown record by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross called "Endless Love." Okay, and of course, abstracted.
So those are real records, right?
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I bought those records off of eBay.
Okay, so you bought them to put on the canvas.
Well, no, I color Xeroxed them and I reduced them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about how you felt about using, you know, records, putting them on there. If you felt precious about it, if it were the real thing.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, I have. I grew up with 45 records. You know, I did. So I'm connected to them in a certain way. And of course, again, talking about abstraction now. Here is the head of the gentleman. It's a guy right here. There's his shoulder, and his leg is right there. Okay, here, and the lady is on top of him. There's a hip right there, buttocks right there, okay? So again, you know, less is always more. I don't have to go into detail and draw every little thing, but I can just suggest that this is a love connection happening that's transformative.
And so when you started this image, what was the impetus to get it going?
The impetus was the poem, because I took a poetry class in college, and so I began to write like a lot of poetry, but because I'm a visual artist, the poem would be halfway done and it would start to grow into an art piece. And so I would go to poetry readings and hear various poets read, and a few of their works, you know, I bought that were published, and I contacted them and I asked them, is it okay if I use a section of your poetry in my artwork? And they were flattered and of course honored. Yeah. And of course, you know, the Queen of Hearts, she's the queen in his life, you know. So yeah, when you fall in love with somebody, you put all your cards on the table, you know, you don't, like, not trying to hide anything at all. Yeah, so.
And so, like, what year is this from?
That piece was done, let's see, in 2000, I think either 16 or 17.
Okay, so fairly recently.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is maybe a little bit before you started playing with the playing card series?
This is the, you know, the beginning. Well, actually, the playing card series is more of father and son stuff, you know, me and my son. Yeah.
Yeah, but similar, I guess, yeah, similar in terms of playing cards being used, a theme, I guess.
Exactly. It's just you can change the context, okay. Moving towards like more abstraction of color here. This piece is called Conversations with My Father. Again, in the background is an old school telephone on the receiver right here, okay? There's a guy sitting in a chair. Here's a chair right here, okay, here. And this is a throwback to calling my dad in Chicago, because at the time, you know, when I was living in California, he would say, son, when you call me collect. Dial 0, tell the operator, I'm making a collect call to Chicago, you know, so again.
That's old school. Does collect even still exist? I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. But lots of colors here. Lots of colors, really, to just try to express that, you know, it's different, you know, trying to talk with your dad and connect with them long distance, you know. Yeah.
And has he been able to see that image?
He passed away. He had an aneurysm, so he passed away several years ago. He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so before you were able to share that image?
Oh well, I mean, I believe he saw it.
Okay.
He did see it. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's a woodcut. It's a clarinet player, you know. And again, you know, I tried to really carve out, you know, if you could see music coming out of an instrument, it'd probably look like this, just stuff coming out, going around. You know, the person is becoming part of the instrument in a sense, okay? And this reminds me of, you know, I was inspired by two musicians again, Jimi Hendrix and John Coltrane, because they pushed the boundaries of the musical instrument to where when you see them playing, you don't see, like in my opinion, a person separate from the instrument. They actually become part of it. And so that's what I'm trying to do here, is to really show that there's a union, there's a oneness that's happening, and the background is being affected by it too.
So is the clarinet player anybody specific?
Not anybody specific, no. No, I saw it in a jazz magazine book, and I thought, you know, I like how the figure is, and how can I suggest, how can I use some type of contour with a wood carving tool, and just show that this is music happening right before your eyes.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Music. This is a jazz singer, you know, and again, the stuff in the background here, you know, is a reflection of what's going on around. I'm trying to capture the fact that the room or the jazz club was kind of, you know, dimmed a little bit, and purple has a spiritual type of a peaceful, transcendent feel to it. Erotic Love series again, using 45 images. Okay, here. Okay, here. And there's a poem, and the line in the poem is called, "I want to simmer, sizzle, fry, leap, wade, bathe in the liquid of your kiss." Okay. Yeah. And so again, it's all I can say is it's in your face, you know, nothing to hide at all here. You know.
So are there more parts to the series, The Kiss, or are these?
Oh yes, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. So again, this is a album by song by Marvin Gaye called "Sexual Healing," by the woman's breast right here. Over here by her hip, it's called "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye. Okay. Yeah, man.